Love hurt is such a popular belief, while simultaneously, love is the absolute emotion of connectedness and union. Everyone wants to be loved, but can we actually handle love? Can it ever exist without pain? If someone we love get hurt or feel upset, our natural response is to comfort them and provide them with the essential care they need to make sure everything is alright again. But what's about when we are the ones that are susceptible for their pain? Somehow it is in the closest and the most intimate relationships with lovers, family members, and close friends that most pain is inflicted on both sides. Direct aggression is mostly exerted towards significant others and siblings, while close friends are more likely to be the target of the non directed aggression. Regardless of whether it is direct or indirect aggression, the fact is that we all hurt the ones we love the most, but it intentionally or unintentionally. Here in this video, we are going to discuss the reasons that why people hurt the one they love the most, backed by research. Let's get started. Attachment styles. Quite a lot that happens in our intimate relationship is determined by our attachment styles that can be changed with a lot of inner work and positive rational experiences. We learn to love in familiar ways. Mostly unconsciously, we strive to reenact our childhood experiences of what love is and how it is expressed. We look to recreate in our intimate relationships the feeling we knew so well in childhood as they were taught to us by our primary caretaker and later repeated by the romantic partners. Testing boundaries. This is another reason that why we may be acting towards our partner in hurtful ways that can be both conscious and unconscious. We aim to test the boundaries and see that how far we can go before they draw the line. Children employ such boundary testing behavior to their caretaker, but it's not something we really give up throughout our whole lives. High expectations from the partner. The reason refer to the person getting hurt and not the one who causes the harm, but it's definitely useful to keep in mind. Maybe you don't even want to hurt your partner, but they get hurt anyway. The closer we get to someone emotionally, the more roles we attribute to them in our mind. The higher expectations we have of them and the more they ultimately mean to us. In a way, we idolize them, we think quite highly of them, thus any small sign that may not be in accordance with this idealized image we have of them may be perceived more sensitively and hurt us. Research also says that more time spending together and displacement is one of the reasons that people hurt the one they love. This may sound a bit funny, but it's true. You may hurt the one you love the most simply because they are the ones that are mostly around. Our emotion, thoughts, and behaviors are in constant interplay. If we have a negative mood, we are therefore more likely to be act in ways that match our emotional state and get triggered by the harmful stimulus. If there is someone else who is usually there, we are more likely to project our feelings on them by acting them out. Moreover, the phenomena of displacement is something that happens quite often among people that spend a lot of time together. When people don't like themselves, no matter how good of a front they put on, they are likely to project their self-dislike onto others, particularly if this dislike stems from abusive behavior, which they have experienced in their past. They will engage in hurtful behaviors toward those people they love, replicating their own lived experience. They may be driven by the desire to hurt you in the same way they have been hurt, to bring you down and cause you pain in the same ways they have experienced it. Some people have low empathy for others. They have a hard time walking into someone else's shoes and cannot see other people's perspective. They are actually unaware of the hurt they cause other people and don't know that it's thoughtless to not follow up a call regarding a sick relative or that being flaky when it comes to meeting up causes deep hurt. Things that might hurt you might not hurt them, and they have a hard problem identifying with alternative experiences. Low self-esteem. When people place low value on themselves, which is essentially what low self-esteem is, they may be unaware of how hurtful their actions are to the other people. And they have a very different perspective from others, which in turn causes you deep hurt in the process. Some people enjoy the process of hurting other people. Again, this usually stems from a deeply disturbed and potentially abusive childhood. They may be acting out things which have taken place in their own life, the time with them as an abuser, and maybe experience a thrill from hurting you. Inflicting pain on you may be a distraction from their own pain, a way of getting even for things which have happened to them, and a way to feel something deeply in a way which makes sense to them, given their past experiences. Tied into gaining control and weakening you, inflicted hurt can feel like a heady experience. Many people have alexithymia, another word for the fear of emotional intimacy. Alexithymia is characterized by difficulty with attachment, security, and mood variables and can negatively impact the relationship satisfaction. A strong emotional connection between partners may be essential for an open, loving relationship. People with emotional intimacy issues often have trouble communicating with their partners, expressing their feelings and needs, and reliably supporting others. This difficulty can extend to other relationships, leading them to hold back to their feelings from those close to them. The people in their lives may think that they are indifferent or disinterested. Some people hurt the one they love the most or intentionally cause stress or conflict because they crave love, attention, and affection and believe that the other person will respond emotionally, indicating love. When you feel safe and loved in a relationship, you may lash out at your partner, feeling that they will listen to you and won't leave you if they are hurt. However, hurting your partner because you don't think that they will leave you may be unhealthy. When we hurt one who is close to us, ultimately we hurt ourselves because guilt, regret, and shame can torment us long after the hurt is gone. But why would we do this? This tendency is founded on core beliefs or inadequacy when you believe that you are actually unworthy of love, undeserving to be happy, unlovable, or that you are bound to ruin anything that is good for you. It is likely you will end up acting in ways to confirm these core beliefs that you cannot really be happy or don't deserve love. This process is not conscious. So you hurt the other in order to subjugate yourself and your happiness or because you need to punish yourself. In such a case, you are likely to self-destructive in more areas of your life and not just your relationship. We may hurt the one before they hurt us first, especially in the intimate relationship, so that we have the upper hand in control. This is an attempt to protect yourself before you are at the mercy of the other. Indeed, all form of betrayal and hurting others have a common fundamental motivation to gain a momentary feeling of empowerment. From the adrenaline rush of violating deeper values like respecting the boundaries and caring about the emotional well-beings of loved ones. Intimacy is definitely scary. It means emotionally approaching another individual too closely, even merging with them in a way. It can happen that you may unwillingly hurt the other when the emotional distance between you seems a little bit close for your liking. This is unconscious way of assert your own space and independence by pushing the other person away. The person who hurt is attracted because he knows that you are easily hurt. This can be a hard pill to swallow, but we don't choose people by accident. Subconsciously, we choose people who fit in with our unconscious understanding of their worth. And if your partner is someone who inflicts hurt on other people for all the above reasons, they may have chosen you because they see you as someone who will respond appropriately to their behavior. Just as your partner might repeatedly attract the people who he can hurt, you may be attracted to relationships in which you are hurt. If you grew up with a parent who was abusive towards you, whether emotionally or physically, you may be attracted to the partner who act in the same way. They have an agenda. Often people hurt others unintentionally, but sometimes people deliberately set out to hurt others. If your partner puts you down in front of others, it may make her feel superior. If she criticizes you, name calls, or puts you down your achievements, it may make her feel like she has power within the relationship. He or she maybe want you to be in weakened position so that he or she can become more dominant within the relationship and create a power imbalance which is in their favor. Hurting other can be a part of a plan to weaken you. You are impulsive and don't consider the consequences. This is one of the common reasons. Many people are impulsive and don't take the time to consider the consequences of their words and actions. While this can also be a symptom of certain mental health conditions, this can also indicate that you feel safe and loved. However, not considering your words' consequences may cause your loved one emotional harm. If you notice a pattern and wants to accept the responsibility and make a meaningful change, try to take a few minutes and deep breaths before responding during a conversation.
इसके डिफरेंट लेवल्स होते हैं ना, फास्ट है तो स्लो है.